Imagine for a second knowing that just one highly intentional sentence could literally make her heart race and honestly freeze you in her memory forever. Well, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're breaking down the Stoic's Guide to 8 magnetic psychological compliments. I mean, think about it. If you actually possess that kind of power, would you seriously still waste your time with weak, generic lines like, "you're hot" or "nice dress"? The brutal truth is, most guys have absolutely no clue how powerful their words actually are. They bought into this false idea that attraction is purely some numbers game based on looks or money or status. But psychology completely proves otherwise. It's entirely about how you make her feel, and more importantly, how deeply you actually understand her. When you speak to a woman's core rather than just the surface, you become completely unforgettable. You can really see the stark divide in approach here. On one side, you've got the average guy. It's often a bit try-hard, right? Focusing strictly on surface-level traits that really don't build any deep connection. He's just pointing out the obvious and hoping for a quick return. But then, look at the stoic man. He's emotionally intelligent, he's observant, and he intentionally uses proven psychology to completely bypass the superficial stuff. He makes a woman feel genuinely seen and respected because he speaks with actual purpose. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap for escalating from that immediate physical impact to deep emotional intimacy. We'll be looking at presence and aura, mind and authenticity, virtue and purpose, and finally, the ultimate safe haven. Starting us off with Section 1, presence and aura. All right, here is our very first psychological compliment. That fragrance you're wearing is addictive. It smells amazing. Now, what's so cool about this specific phrasing is the intention behind it. When you deliver this with quiet confidence, you're not just throwing out some random observation. You're explicitly telling her that her presence is going to linger in your mind long after she leaves the room. You're establishing a connection that totally transcends the immediate physical moment. To really get why this works so well, we have to look at the brain. Human scent is directly hardwired into the limbic system. That's the exact region of the brain responsible for emotion and memory. So by deliberately complimenting her fragrance, you're basically anchoring yourself to her sensory memory. Every single time she sprays that perfume from now on, her brain is instinctively gonna make her think of you. It's this powerful, almost involuntary trigger.
Moving a step deeper, let's shift the focus slightly. Your smile could brighten up an entire room. Notice what we're doing here. We are moving away from just commenting on her physical beauty. Instead, we're highlighting the actual positive energy she radiates into the world. You aren't just saying she has nice teeth. You're telling her that her joy is literally a force of nature that improves the whole environment.
Just consider the difference in these approaches. A surface-level observation from your average guy is simply, "You have a pretty smile." I mean, it's nice, but it's entirely forgettable, right? She's probably heard it 1,000 times. Deep psychological intimacy is recognizing that her smile actually shifts the room's energy. A stoic man demonstrates a rare level of awareness here. You're showing her that you see the effect she has on the world, not just what she looks like in it. Building right on that energy concept, we have our next compliment. "I love your energy. It's contagious, and it makes me want to be the best version of myself." Energy doesn't lie. And honestly, admiring her as a catalyst for your own personal growth, that is the absolute highest form of respect. She isn't just desired, she is genuinely admired for the tangible positive impact she's having on your life. When a woman feels she inspires you to elevate yourself, it creates a massive bond of mutual respect. Let's move to Section 2 and see how this builds mind and authenticity. This brings us to a really crucial shift. I love how real you are. You don't try to fit in, you're just you. We live in a society that's constantly hidden behind social media filters and perfectly polished, totally fake personas. Because of that, admiring her raw, unapologetic soul is a revolutionary act. It tells her she doesn't have to perform for you. She can just exhale, drop the facade, and exist in her most authentic state. The source material defines this perfectly as stoic validation. It's the act of honoring someone's courage to remain true to their core identity in a world that is absolutely full of pretenders. By offering this, you look right past the superficial masks everyone else is so focused on, and you connect directly with who she truly is at her core. You're validating her actual character. And let's be real, most people are completely starved for that in modern dating. To take that even a step further, try this. "I love the way you see the world. It's so unique, it really makes me think." When you honor her intellect like this, it completely shifts the dynamic of your interaction. It elevates your connection from just casual physical attraction to this deep, unshakably memorable psychological intimacy. You're telling her that her mind and her unique perspective are deeply fascinating to you. Moving right along to Section 3, Virtue and Purpose. This one goes straight to the heart. You're honestly one of the most thoughtful people I've ever met. You really care, and it shows. You know, the ancient Stoics placed virtue way above vanity. They understood that external beauty fades, but character endures. Today, it's easy to be witty or pretty, but it is exceptionally rare to be genuinely kind. Noticing her goodness and empathy bypasses the surface entirely. Another powerful way to honor her character targets her ambition. I love how driven you are. Your sense of purpose is seriously inspiring. In a culture obsessed with instant gratification, acknowledging her hustle signals that you are a kindred spirit. It tells her that you value time and intention just as much as she does. You basically become a partner in her vision, someone who actually gets the late nights and the hard work she's putting in. And finally, Section 4, the ultimate safe haven. This right here is the absolute pinnacle. You have this incredible way of making people feel comfortable and truly valued. Think about the modern world for a second. We are more hyper-connected digitally than ever before, yet most people walk around feeling completely invisible. By honoring her empathy, her grace, and her ability to hold space for others, you are giving her the highest praise possible. You're telling her she brings peace to a chaotic world. So, the absolutely crucial point to remember is this. Emotional intelligence is a quiet superpower that simply cannot be faked. When you appreciate her rare ability to create real connection, you become deeply magnetic to her. You're noticing a superpower that the vast majority of people are completely blind to because they're too wrapped up in their own egos. By seeing it and praising it, you become her safe haven. Let's do a super quick recap of the core psychological triggers we've unpacked. First, limbic memory activation, anchoring yourself to her senses. Second, recognizing her emotional intelligence. Third, validating her authenticity in a fake world. And fourth, acknowledging shared virtue and purpose. These 4 triggers, they act as unbreakable bridges to mutual respect and genuine chemistry. Which brings us to our final question for you to chew on. Will she ever forget how you made her feel? Psychology tells us, no way. She might forget the exact words you used or the outfit you wore, but that feeling of being truly seen, that is permanent. I challenge you to stop being average. Master these connection skills through intentional communication. Leave a comment below about your newfound power and how you plan to use it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.